Please welcome William Rivas-Rivas.
I'm late to everything. I just got water, I just put on this t-shirt, and my wife had to print this for me. So forgive me. It's a really great day. I know it's a little bit warm, so I'll try to keep my comments a bit brief. But I think it's great to be a part of this global march. As we talked about, it's over 100 cities that are undertaking this march, so I think that's a really wonderful thing. I'm privileged to be a part of it, and I'm thankful that you all are here and gave me a few moments to talk. We need action. We're super lucky to have people like Craig and Bailey and a number of the organizations that were mentioned who are viewing the current crisis from the ground. I'd like to offer more of a bird's eye view and suggest a way to reframe the discussion about elephants, rhinoceros, rhinos, as well as other animals. I'm an animal rights activist. I work for the Animal Legal Defense Fund, and I've worked in the field of animal protection since 2001 and have been an activist since 1996. We've all heard the staggering statistics about what's happening to rhinos. I'll mention a few, but several were mentioned. Over 129,000 African elephants have been poached just since the beginning of 2012. They're facing imminent extinction. Only 1,200 black and white rhinos were killed in South Africa. I mean, there are serious issues with these animals that are being slaughtered, that are being poached all over Southeast Asia and Africa. We need action. This march is helping pressure governments to address poaching and change laws to protect wildlife. And the pressure is being felt at the highest levels. Just a few weeks ago, the US and China issued a statement committing to enact a nearly complete ban on ivory import and export. That merits applause. That does. And I assure you that I'm usually always on the positive side. But I want to mention that this statement reiterates previously announced policies. The US has issued proposed regulations that they could change or be subject to legal challenge after they're finalized. So the significance of these policies being publicly affirmed by the President of the United States, the President of China, shouldn't be underestimated. But in the United States, the NRA and its allies in Congress are trying to gut every single action the President has taken to protect elephants from poaching, including recent proposed regulations. If we have any members of the NRA in the crowd, or friends or family, this is something that needs to be addressed. Given President Obama's public commitment to these policies, any attempt to attach a pro-ivory trade rider to the US budget would almost surely be met with a veto. But, as many animal protectionists have learned, legislative victories for animals have to be won at the state level. We can't depend simply on the federal government. So what's happening on the state level? There's some good news. New York, California, Hawaii, they're the largest ivory markets in the US. In 2014, New York and New Jersey set a precedent as the first two states to successfully pass bans restricting the trade and sale of ivory and rhino horn. Just last month, California passed a bill on the sale of ivory. All great news. So progress is being made, but we still need a lot of work. 12 bans across the US have failed. Despite 2,000 years of development, we continue to exploit animals every single day. And in fact, being technologically savvy creatures as we are, we have refined the process. So my goal here is to urge all of us to move away from viewing elephants as a member of a group or species and begin thinking of them as individuals. They are not unthinking or unfeeling. And this isn't me engaging in wishful thinking. What I claim is based in science. Particularly in the last 10 years, scientists have documented a great deal about the intellectual and emotional lives of elephants. We now know that elephants are complex individuals with large brains, a central nervous system that it's basically like our own, that they communicate, they have rich emotional lives, and no reasonable person would ever suggest that elephants are things. The science and logic that formed the foundation of that 2,000-year-old wall that separates humans from all other animals no longer exists, and the legal fiction must cease to exist as well. The law must catch up to the current scientific knowledge about elephants and all animals. If we begin to see them as they really are, rather than how we want to use them, then our treatment of them will radically change.
Extinction is forever.
End poaching now.
Extinction is forever.
End poaching now.
Extinction is forever.
End poaching